Hi, welcome to Gathering Paradise. My name is Jenny O'Neill. We are so glad you're with us today. This is a poem for Father's Day. I originally thought about doing an incredible poem by the American poet Robert Hayden. It's a sonnet entitled Those Winter Sundays. But it has a more wintry feel, and it's much more well-known than the poem I'm going to read. So this is a poem for Father's Day that you might be less aware of, and so I wanted to put it out there. And of course, I wanted to dedicate this to my father, who is incredible, and this poem speaks very, very, very truly to what he is, except that the author references the fact that his father has a smaller physique and my dad is 6 feet tall. So other than that, Dad, it's all about you. It is entitled My Father by the poet Yehuda Amichai. My father. The memory of my father is wrapped in white paper, like sandwiches taken for a day at work. Just as a magician takes towers and rabbits out of his hat, he drew love from his small body, and the rivers of his hands overflowed with good deeds. That's so beautiful. So you can see why I was so excited to show you this poem. It's concise, but from the beginning, so we know we're remembering the father. And the memory, it's wrapped in this sort of clean white paper, but it has an everyday usefulness. It is used just like nourishment that you take for a day at work. And it is wrapped up sort of pretty and neat. And then you take it and you eat of it later. You take in all of its nutrients later. So already that is a gorgeous idea and a very innovative and way to describe memory and good memories. So the memory of his father is like this. And then we get in the next two stanzas, which are each just 2 lines. Second stanza, you get this comparison. So just like magicians pull, ropes and ropes and ropes of color out of their hat, full lives rabbits out of their hat. Just like the magic and the abundance of that, the magic and the gift that the poet's father had was that he was a fount. He was a spring of love. He could constantly draw from it. The well was never empty. He always could draw more and more love from his small body. You get this very clear idea of the sheer hugeness of the love compared to the meager frame of a mere human. And then these last 2 lines in the last stanza, they're so rich in imagery. They're so evocative. So we've been in a pretty understandable world before, so it's been the memory of my father. It's wrapped in white paper like da-da-da-da-da. And like a magician, he drew love. And the rivers of his hands. Oh, it's so beautiful and fresh and new. I'm not used to thinking of hands like that. Maybe veins, maybe the blood working but the rivers of your hands, the always moving of them, the forward motion, the gathering from tributaries. And these hands were overflowing, the rivers of them overflowing with what? with good deeds, with good action out to others, out to the world. I couldn't think of a better tribute to tell anyone than the thing I remember most about you was how, like a magician, you could pull love and more love, and how your hands, I can't count how much good they did in this world. I can't fathom how many good things you did. Oh, it's making me a little bit teary, and I'm not gonna cry because a lot of the videos we've been filming, I've been crying. Invictus, I got really cryy. So I don't want to get too tearful for us because this is a celebratory poem. I also wanted to put out there a poem that honors the fathers that have passed. As much as I feel this about my father, who is still here, thankfully, I feel the exact same thing about my grandfather, who has passed to the other side. All of this is so much like him. So this is a poem to give to your father, or if, like the author, your father has passed away and you are remembering him, it's a poem to comfort you. With all the love in my heart, I am thinking of all of you fathers out there. And we at Gathering Paradise love you so much. I need to cuss. It makes me feel better. Dad, I hope there's not so much makeup that I look like a drag queen, but I know you'd love me anyway. But the rivers of my hand, they overflow with dry shampoo.